Hello, I'm Esther Gitu. It's Monday, April 3rd. This is Africa 54. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris wrapped up her three-nation week-long Africa trip in Zambia, where she held talks with business leaders and various stakeholders. We'll have a report from Lusaka. Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga suspends anti-government protests and says he is ready for talks after an appeal from President William Ruto, but warns demonstrations will resume if talks don't bear fruit. And former U.S. President Donald Trump is ready for his legal battle in a hush money case as he prepares to go to court Tuesday for his expected arraignment. All this and much more coming up on today's Africa 54. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris is back in America after wrapping up her three-nation week-long Africa trip in Zambia, where she held a number of engagements with business leaders and various stakeholders. Daniel Tonga reports from Lusaka.
During her visit to Zambia, Kamara held talks with Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema, which focused on promoting bilateral relations and Zambia's call for meaningful debt restructuring. Her visit left some Zambians hopeful.
In our efforts to attract foreign investment, we are looking at really partnerships, as opposed to previous systems where foreigners came and took your resources and owned everything. Now Zambia is on a quest, and our president has made very stringent remarks and positions on that point, that we're looking for foreign investment, that we engage in partnership with Zambia in order to develop this country.
The coming of the U.S. Vice President will bring a lot of economic and business opportunities to the country. As you know, we are suffering a crisis. We have an economic crisis. The commodities in our country are very high. And we know that the coming of the Vice President of the United States of America will help this country grow.
Kamara had various engagements before leaving Zambia. At her last meeting with business leaders, she indicated that U.S. commitment to Zambia would help support climate change resilience, adaptation and mitigation.
Here in Lusaka, I announced more than $7 billion in private sector commitments that will support climate resilience, adaptation and mitigation.
Despite America's financial commitments to Zambia, there are those who feel America's aid should not be tied to any conditions.
We as a country have benefited a great deal from America through various programs that they have partnered with this country. We have no quarrels with that, and we appreciate that. But this time around, we are also aware that America is attaching conditions to the aid and the support that they want to give us. And this is where we want to deviate from that type of relationship.
Zambia remains a sovereign state, and the people of Zambia, through the constitution, have vowed to defend the constitution and to defend its sovereignty. And that other countries that we are relating with, even those that may offer us aid, should learn to respect our sovereignty.
Kamara's visit to Zambia did not end without some raising concerns over America's foreign policy to Africa. Some residents felt the U.S. Vice President's visit should have addressed issues of promoting Zambia and the U.S. as equal partners.
We believe that the American policy should change. It should be treating the Zambian people or any African country as equals whenever they are trying to build a partnership. The way the Russians do partnerships, the way the Chinese do partnerships with African countries, that's the way to go. Where there is mutual development, mutual understanding and mutual respect.
Analysts say Kamala Harris' visit to Zambia has played a significant role in placing the U.S. as the more reliable partner in helping promote Zambia's development and growth. Daniel Tonga, VOA News, Lusaka.